guys, I'm back with a story time. I have not talked about relationship stuff in a while from a spiritual perspective and just a feminine perspective, so I wanted to do that. And the title of this video is what it says: when the good girl inside of you dies. Rest in peace, that aspect of me. When I say good girl, I'm talking about someone that was overly submissive, not competent, like a weed in the wind, per se. Just a doormat. I mean, I've always stuck up for myself, but there was that one part of me that put up with too much for too long. And eventually your highest self, most importantly, along with God, your spirit guides, etc., they all get fed the big time. And that is what happened to me. And of course this involves a man. But the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I know that a lot of you guys are going through this, and if you're not, you will. Because it's just that energy right now of the feminines getting tired of putting up with mess and realizing that we don't have to do so. This was someone that immediately when I met him, I felt like I missed him. It was one of the weirdest phenomena that I have ever seen in my life. I felt like I missed him, and I hadn't even met him in person yet. It was crazy. And this is someone that I cared about very much. And from the jump, girl, we were in love. Crazy about each other. And it felt familiar, and it felt good. And I was struggling with something at the time, and I needed help with, and he needed help from a spiritual perspective, because this man had work on him, a lot of it. And I was put into his life to help me in one way, and he was put in mine to help me in another. And I was not perfect. We all know I can be a little spicy. But what he did, he betrayed me. Multiple times. Lying, hiding shit, treating me like I'm nothing, treating me like an option when I knew how he felt about me deep down. So he was in a battle between his ego, lower self, and his higher self and his soul, right? Which a lot of us go through. But I was put into his life to help him. And he treated me like mierda. Eventually. Not at first. And he kept doing it. And we would fall out and then come back into each other's lives like nothing happened. And every time that happened, not only did I love him a little bit less, I liked him as a person less and less each time. And I respected him as a man less and less each time. And the thing that I realized in this situation is you might not be able to change because you're not fed up enough. And sometimes spirit and your highest self will put you in situations where you are just fed the fuck up until you learn and do better and never do that crap again. Because let me make something clear. As much as he hurt me, I hurt myself by staying. Let that sink in. As much as he hurt me, I hurt myself just as much by staying. Because the connection that I had with him was so out of this world, literally. Because I don't get sprung on men very easily. I mean, you really have to be an amazing person, and I really have to vibe with you for me to care. That's just how I am. I'm one of those people that I don't fall for anyone very easily or very often, but when I do, whew. I'm not upset over it now, as in I'm over him, but what still hurts me is knowing the pain that I felt, because I'm not ever gonna forget that shit. And when I tell you, this made me dark as hell for a few months. And he's not spiritual at all. Like, he doesn't practice anything. He's not, I mean, he supported what I did, allegedly. But he wasn't in it with me. I remember he messed up really, the last time I saw him, he messed up so bad. I come home. I come in my house. And I swear to you, it felt like the only way I know how to describe it, it felt like a storm was running through my veins. It felt like lightning and wind and fire and all these more chaotic energies were flowing through me. I was living. And I know that was also my spirits. And to an extent his. Because if I'm put into your life to help you, and you turn around and you hurt me, not good. No one is perfect, but the things that he did, he knew he was doing. And he knew they were wrong. And from that moment when I came home and I felt that way, I haven't been the same. I'm okay now, I'm over and I'm happy, I'm good. But that good girl, inside of me, she died that day. And he's probably watching this. I don't really care. That girl inside of me died July 27th, 2022. And she needed to. And through all that pain, because I was hurt. All that pain taught me that sometimes you just gotta get fed up to change. And you have to get sick of your own bullshit to change sometimes. And we had fallen out another time before the last time that I saw him. And I was pretty hurt. Because like I said, we were in love. Like, if I wasn't up under him, he was up under me. Like, we were like Velcro. So we fell out the first time, and I was a mess. I don't run to my spirits for everything. A lot of it, 75% of it, I recognize I'm human. It's life. It's earthly things that I have to go through. But I remember crying at my Bogota. I was a train wreck emotionally. I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to eat anything. I was up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, it wrecked me emotionally. And my spirits were like, y'all aren't done. And specifically, and this is where it gets interesting, I think that because I was such a wreck, I probably blacked out, not from drinking, but just from my emotions. I'm pretty sure I asked one of my spirits that governs over love and relationships and stuff, I'm pretty sure I asked her to help and bring him back. And she did. Guess what he turned around and did? The next day after I saw him again, turned around and betrayed me. That was the day that I came home and it felt like Nikki was a little tornado or a hurricane. They let me go through that so that I would get fed up and be so angry and dark that I had no choice, my soul had no choice but to protect itself and to learn. Because I got cut pretty deep emotionally, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said in my other post a few days ago, I go through things too. I'm human just like y'all. I bleed, I cry, I go to the bathroom, I eat, I sleep. Just like you guys. And my spirits kicked his ass. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was them. Because I just feel bad for myself. I'm not mad at myself, I feel bad for myself. But I'm still here, I'm doing good, I'm okay. But I got pretty dark. And I'm still pretty dark since that day. I got pretty close to because he kept trying to come back and come back and come back after that whole thing and after me crying at my Bogota. And they just got tired of it. Because you don't get to have a pinky toe in my life and then the next day you don't. You don't get to treat me any type of way. You don't get to treat me like I'm worthless. Imagine treating someone that was specifically, and you'll know I struggle with that word, specifically put into your life to help you get it together because it wasn't that great to begin with. And you treat them like they're worthless. Because you want to be on Facebook dating apps when you are 32 years old. And he has paid for it ever since. But don't let these men treat you any type of way. If If you have to go dark and be in that energy, do it. Because y'all can see me right now. Yes, there's a filter on because I like it. I like how it looks, whatever. But I have makeup on. My hair is dark. My makeup, everything's dark. Because I'm in that mood right now. And there's a lot of healing that takes place in the darkness. That is why I love Hecate so much. And energies like her. Because she teaches you that sometimes you do have to cocoon yourself and heal and go within to the deepest part of yourself, analyze them, examine them, understand them, and then release what needs to be released. And this experience was very cathartic for me because it made me realize a lot of trauma that I had, which I will not speak about, because that's private. We all have it. But if you gotta hurt somebody and you are not breaking the law, there you go. Because y'all think that you can play with everybody. Sorry, I'm enjoying this way too much. And you can't. I'm not a doormat, but I do my best to treat everyone in my life with respect. Because that's how I was raised. But again, sometimes you can't change until you are fed the fuck up. And life and your spirit guides and your highest self will let you get fed up. Do y'all know how many times I prayed for my feelings for this man to be removed? Because they've done it before. There's been men that I was a little bit hung up on. And I would pray that those feelings went away. Maybe to a candle. Woke up the next day. Boom. Didn't love him anymore. No joke. It's happened a few times. But with this one, nope. They let me sit in it. They let me go through it because I needed to for my growth. At 25, so that I never put up with that amount of disrespect ever again. Because I've been disrespected before this relationship, don't get me wrong. But this was the final straw. Because my connection to him was so deep. And he hurt me so bad that I'm not going to say another man won't get that sweet version of me ever again. Because he will. Because there are good men out there. And the one that deserves it, or the ones that deserve it, will get it. But as far as the mistreatment goes, I had to be in so much pain and have to hold on to those feelings until I learned my fucking lesson. And that good girl in me, she's dead. And if you feel like you have to let that good girl in you die, do it. Or let it happen, rather. I would not suggest consciously trying to do this. I did not have a choice. It just kind of happened. And it took me a while to get over. But I have a lot more confidence in myself now because I got through that. Because I was torn up. And my spirits got me through it. My highest self got me through it. And I'm good now. But there's a level of protection that I have over myself that I did not have before. And it's a blessing. And I'm so tired of seeing women get treated like mierda, like shit. And I'm also tired of y'all putting up with it, because you don't have to. Nobody is perfect. We all have our things, and but if someone is continuously playing with you and disrespecting you, cut them off and heal. Because what would happen, he would come back in my life, and like I said, I would love him a little less, and I would like him a little less, I would respect him a little less, each and every time he came back. But what I also noticed was I was healing while he was gone. Because I wasn't going to reach out to him, fuck that. Because I wanted to heal. I wanted to move on, right? And I'll be healing, because we all know men have a radar. And he would come back, and I would be at square one all over again, more hurt than I was before. And it would take me longer every time to heal, because not only was I dealing with the healing from before that I didn't get to finish, because him coming back interrupted that, but then he would do the same fuck shit, and that's all I'm gonna call it, because it was fuck shit. He would do the same fuck shit again, and it's more crap that you have to heal from. So it's like adding layers to the wound. And it's not okay. But now I'm gonna 6 foot walking, breathing lesson, walking around. That's all he is to me now. And I'm also telling y'all this so that you know, like, you can get over people. Girl, I have received every sign from the universe that this man is my twin flame. Do I care? Not really. Might be true, might not. I don't know. Does that mean that I have to put up with his bullshit? Or let him back into my life every time that he tries? Absolutely not. I don't care if you are the other half of my soul, if you even are. You can sit in shit for what you did to me. Because at this point, I'm growing and you're not. I'm healing and you're not. This man ain't over me. This man... After we fell out the first time, I went to his house, right? And my cat, he wants to come in here. That's all. He just wants cuddles, okay? He's fine. I went over to his house after we fell out the first time. This man developed a drinking problem within 2 weeks because we were fighting. He wasn't like that before, and I know that for a fact. I'm not proud of it. And truth be told, a few months after this, I was doing the same thing. Not really bad, but a little bit. But my emotions, my feelings my life, I'm not willing to have that as collateral damage for your self-discovery. I'm not willing to sacrifice those things so that you can learn, if you're even learning. What's done is done, and I sacrificed a lot of that beforehand, but now, like, he would have his new girl answer the phone and call me and shit. It was crazy. And yet they called me the crazy one. Okay. Anyway. And I'm like, good riddance. I told him, I said, you are her problem now, not mine. I am single as hell. I am good. I don't want you. I don't need you. Bye. You know, I'm telling you, when I got dark, I got dark. I did not care if this man lived or died. Really didn't. And that's what had to happen. That was part of my path and my growth and my journey. And it's okay to make mistakes, but it's important that you learn from them. He was a blessing, then he was a mistake, and now all he is a lesson. I learned not to put up with bullshit. He learned not to fuck around and hurt people and play with people that you shouldn't be playing with. Because his life went straight into the toilet. And that's not me exaggerating. And what's crazy is that even after he did all this, there was this microscopic part of me that wanted to help him when he called me and he told me how bad his life was. Did I help him? No. Why? Because he did the same thing again. And I thought I would never get through it. And I did. And I had to reach out for help, and that's okay. Because there's some things that I can't do or get through 100% on my own, and that is okay. That's part of being human. The important thing is that you have people in your life that love you and care about you and are willing to be there for you when you need it. Because like 95% of the time, I can get through it by myself. I'm good. You know, but sometimes I have to lean on spirits, and if that don't work all the way, sometimes I need other people. And I'm there for others too. And I'm thankful for those that helped me in this, and I'm good now. Fuck him. There's no light in his eyes anymore. And that is something, and I'm not bragging about this, okay? Because that would be kind of a little bit too dark for me to brag about. But I've noticed when men really hurt me, or when anybody hurts me, but especially men, and they just betray and dog me out, I leave. I cut them off completely. the light in their eyes gets drained. They don't have that little sparkle anymore. Maybe it's all the tequila and whiskey he's drinking. I don't know. But that man has sat on his front porch in his camping chair, listening to Neon Moon and drinking liquor and thinking about Nikki many times. My spirits talk. And he had to meet me and go through me to learn no amount of liquor will ever take my place. And no other woman will ever take my place either. And it's okay to have that confidence. But yeah, that good girl inside of me, she's dead. R.I.P. I'm always gonna be a sweetie. Well, not always. I'm gonna be, a respectful person, a good person, but as far as being a doormat and too much of a good girl and... Nope. And I hope that this video finds who it needs to and encourages you all to respect yourself. Because like I told somebody tonight, not in a mean way, we were just talking. I didn't argue with anyone. We were talking about relationships and stuff. And I said, you know what, I would rather be called we were listening to that song by Atlas. It's all over TikTok. It's called, like, You're a Fucking Bitch. Oh, you know that shit? Yeah. And then I just said to the person, I was like, you know, I would rather be called a bitch than a doormat. That's just me. So, I hope this empowers y'all. Because I know some of y'all need it right now. Okay? Love you. Bye.